All right.
it like to play close to where you played your college ball and to go to a division rival and play Texas?
Yeah, the transition has been nothing short of amazing. Everybody in the organization has been welcoming from day one, players, coaches, staff included, and like you mentioned, playing at Texas A&M, it's good to be back. It's been a long time since I've been back in the state of Texas, and even down the street from A&M. So definitely looking forward to getting back over there. But it's been great, and now that we're in OTAs and getting on the field, working out the system, laying the foundation. Just been really happy from day one.
What's your first impression of Nick at college? I know that you watched him play, but being able to be around him on a consistent basis.
Yeah, I mean the production makes sense just with who he is as a person, seeing him on the field. Somebody who's that big, that fast, that strong, has great hands. Like I said, it makes sense why he's been a top 5 receiver the past couple years. I was telling somebody, he kind of reminds me of a former teammate I played with, A.J. Green, of just how big, strong, and explosive they are. A lot of the same, like intangibles and whatnot. But just a great person. He wants to get better every single day. The fact that he's still asking questions and learning, I think, says a lot about who he is. So just really excited to work with him going forward.
Christian,
Yeah, like I said, just being in the building, these past couple months, makes sense why they've won the division the past 2 years, just with what D'Amico has done, and the culture and the foundation and the standard. Everybody comes to work here, and especially this year from day one, he's laid it out that, our goal is to, put a bull on the face of that ring, and I love that. I love that that's the vision, that's the standard, because that's what we're here for. And everybody comes to work and wants to make each other better. So just definitely excited to be a part of it.
obviously, offensive coordinator is new as well, first year offensive coordinator. What do you so far like about the offense? And what's the challenge to learn?
Yeah, Nick is all ball, very intelligent, very smart, does a great job communicating to us, what the expectations are, route detail, motions, formations, whatever the case may be. He's done a great job kind of laying that out for us. And it's been, I guess, primarily pretty easy, just being able to learn it the way he's been able to install it. Ben McDaniels in our room has done a great job teaching us just all the things from a football IQ aspect that you need to know as a receiver. And this offense is dynamic. A lot of motions, a lot of pre-snap adjustments for the defense to have to deal with. So I think you'll see a lot of guys in different places to be able to make plays.
How do you envision your role from a playing style standpoint and leadership as that veteran receiver that's older than a lot of these young guys?
Sure. Like you said, this is year 8 for me. So I've been acquiring a lot of knowledge, and I've been around some really good wide receivers in the NFL. I guess really good is selling them short, Hall of Famers. But just passing down that knowledge to the young guys and just helping as much as I can, and just within the offense, just making the plays that come my way and doing whatever I can to help make this offense even more explosive than it already is. And so far it's been good. So just taking it day by day and cementing that role.
I know it's on the field. Do you feel you missed some games, but do you feel like you're in a good place physically? Because when you've been on the field, you've always produced.
Sure. That's been the unfortunate thing about the past 2 years is, there are injuries that are the unfortunate fate of football and a little out of my control. But right now I feel great being in here, under, Mike Eubanks. I've gotten bigger, stronger, and faster since I've gotten here, and just feel really good and feel healthy. So just looking forward to building through that throughout the offseason.
The culture here, have you learned anything about the culture here? Like Will Anderson and some other guys always talk about, like, playing here is not for everybody. I know it's only OTAs. Have you noticed it being different from other places you've been?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, every day is a game rep, and that's the mindset, the mentality, and guys like Will are the ones that you really see it from. They take it serious, even though it's OTAs, and maybe other places it's not as serious because it's May, June, whatever the case may be. But you can tell it means something to the coaches and the guys when we get out there on the field that we're here to get better. And I just believe that stuff stacks and accumulates over time, and it will be the reason why we have success late in the season.
We'll close the start. What is your early impressions of C.J. Stroud? Even though he's not throwing here, OTAs. How have you seen him be able to help you all as far as getting acclimated to being around him?
Yeah, CJ's been awesome. You could just tell by his presence in the locker room, me getting to know him, in the facility and outside the facility, being able to spend some time with him. Super humble, and he's had success obviously over the past couple years. It's been fun to watch. Obviously playing against him, being able to see that. But even though he's not involved, you still see him listening to the calls, going through certain things. If he sees a guy make a mistake or feels like they could do it better, he's going up to him, coaching. That's big for a quarterback going into his third season. That's stuff that you see from guys that have been in the league even longer. So that's really cool to see, and I know come when it's time for us to start getting rolling that he's going to hop in there and just keep elevating us as an offense. Yeah, thank you guys, appreciate it.